Hi and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 93. And I apologize for not podcasting for the last 2 weeks. But welcome. I'm Jessica, aka Naturally Nitty.
I'm Allena, aka Starnits. Today is December 12th, 2013. And it's been like 3 weeks since we've podcasted. Not really, because Thanksgiving was only like 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Normally we podcast weekly, but with this off month and Christmas and Thanksgiving being craziness, we kind of pushed it. So
We did.
if this is your first time watching, thanks for joining us. If this is not your first time watching, thanks for waiting.
Yes.
We hope you like what you hear.
So, grab your knitting and craft along with us as we chat and catch
Yes.
up.
This is going to be like the craziest catch-up post.
I know. Because we missed like the last week.
Right. And it's the end of the term, and they just released who won. So congratulations, Gryffindor.
Yes.
You rock.
You guys did awesome.
Slytherin, go us for getting second place.
Yes.
I think it was my fault because I didn't finish my newt or my order mission. So I am sorry.
It's not your fault.
So, okay. So we'll start off with Mojo, which is our finished objects. So, do you have any finished objects?
Yeah. Here, let me put this up. I finished, back at the end of term, I finished another market bag. This one I only did one. You guys are going to get like so sick of seeing this. It's all teal and one strap. I need to count how many I did and see if I have enough for teachers. I think I have enough for teachers, just not the 2 office ladies at the kids' school, which I like giving them things, so I'll have to count and see. I also finished my newt. It looks like a big blob. I guess I could put it on real quick.
It's awesome.
Well, I finished my order mission too, and I think I showed you guys it.
Yeah.
But I added, it was a little stretchy, like across the neck, and I had cast on is where it started, but I must have done it loose. So then I went back just this week, and I don't know if you can see, like right here.
Yeah.
I added in a crocheted chain, and you can see it a little bit on the other side. Like you go in from the wrong side.
Yeah.
And just do like a slip stitch chain, or not chain, whatever, across. But then I was very smart, I thought, and at the end I made a little loop. I like ended right here, so that, and I love this thing. It's like so comfy and awesome. And it, here, maybe I'll
What's the pattern again?
It's the effortless cardigan. So it like hangs like down, all drapey like.
Yeah.
Don't mind my sweatpants. I'm comfy. But then on one of the ends of the flaps, I added a button. Well, actually 2 buttons so that it didn't pull. And then for that loop, I just button it, and so it like can stay halfway closed if I want to. And then I have the shawl pin that I'll like pin up, and it kind of like is drapey. But I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, and it's comfy and cozy, and I love it. So that's done. Take that off again. And then my newt sweater, which is like so fuzzy. I wonder if you can see like
you can totally see like this much of halo.
The inch of halo going on from the alpaca. Let me go like this. It is a cardigan, but it's just easier. I got really cute buttons. Let me stand up. They're little owls.
Those are cute.
From Tangerine Designs. But they're kind of a pain to button. Because they're like odd shaped.
Yeah.
But I will unbutton one. I was very excited. I like finished the knitting of it early enough that I was able to put a ribbon on. And then right here I with the machine. First, I like stitched the ribbon on all the way around, and then I marked where the buttons wanted to go, and with my machine, I made buttonholes, and then just cut through both um, sides.
Smart.
And it works really well, and I really love, and I think I want to redo my other sweater that I put a button band on, but it's nice and straight and not puckery or anything. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So I really like that. But it's very warm, so I'm taking it off.
That's like super smart, like doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, because I knit buttonholes into it, but then I put the buttons where they were, and when you machine stitch it, it like secures it a lot. And it's really nice. And I put backing. Oh, I forgot. I'll do that too. The backing buttons are almost as cool as the other buttons. I made them different colors.
Oh, that's cool.
They were fun. But I've worn this a lot too. It's like so warm. I wore this when we went to get a Christmas tree under my coat, and it was toasty.
That's good.
Let me look at the thing. I forget what else I finished.
Mittens.
What? Mittens. Oh, I don't have them down here because Trubin's been wearing them. It's part of my new newt, just because I wanted to knit them. So I like added it in there so it like could count for something.
I have an Auto Awesome picture on my phone if you want to.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you talk about your socks.
They're just, I don't have those in here either, because they're dirty. But I finished my New Kids on the Block socks for detention. They're actually a little long. I think I might have to take the heel out a little bit and take off like half an inch, because they like bunch up at the heel. Or at the toe. But I'll just, like I did them too long before the afterthought heel. But,
okay.
They work.
I can't find your picture.
But Trubin's mittens were just worsted weight yarn in green. And he was so excited for them. Like, he kept asking if they were done. But they took me longer than normal to knit. Just because, like, normally I'd be able to, I mean, he's got tiny hands, you know. I'd be able to knit them in a day or two. Because they're tiny. But my hands were, like, so out of whack from the ladies' brunch. So, they took longer than normal.
I can't find those pictures.
That's all right. I put a link to the project page, I think.
Here it is.
Oh. Hold it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah.
So, those are his mittens. I love how excited he is for them.
And like I was like, Trubin, I need to take a picture, and I just started taking them. Actually, there's like 2 Auto Awesomes. I don't know if you saw the other one, but he's like making funny faces and
yeah, I saw that one.
But no,
oh, yeah.
He loves them. Yeah, that one. The only thing is, like, I made the cuff longer so it would sit under his coat and like keep him warm, right? Well, he loves them so much that he doesn't want the coat to cover them. So he, like, pushes his coat up so they, like, stick out. It's, like, really cute.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. But I think that's it for finished things.
Whereas, like, the mittens I make for Bella and Madison get lost. So, yeah. Okay, I only had a few things finished. I finished those harvest hands that I was working on and sent them with my Slytherin swap, and she got them and liked them. And then I finished this baby sweater. Like, I went to the baby shower, and then I finished it, and I keep forgetting to drop it off at her house. So I have it to show you. So here's the baby sweater.
I'm sure you did that on accident. No, I'm just kidding.
On accident. But I ran out of yarn. Like, I wouldn't have had enough to make long sleeves, so I made them, like, half a sleeve.
I think it's cute.
It turned out really cute, and I think she likes it. And I just saw on Instagram she had the baby yesterday.
Aw, so like perfect timing.
Well, she wasn't due until like Christmas.
Oh, well, it's only 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, so she just had her couple weeks early. So I have to remember to drop it off at her house.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, but that's all that I finished. I did not finish my newt, and I did not finish my order mission. I was only 100 grams short of my newt. Can I just say that?
That's a bummer.
It is now upstairs in timeout by the bed in case I would want to knit on it. But knitting 2,700 yards of yarn sounds doable until you think, oh, it's sock yarn with size 2 needles.
Yeah, that's
No.
a lot.
It was a lot, and my hands were like hurting so much that last day. Like, I maybe could have done it, but my hands hurt so much, I was like, screw it. That's what I was seriously, I was so pissed off that I was knitting so much, I was just like, forget it. So, but it's good. My blanket looks really cool. I figure since it's mitered squares, I will do a few for classes, like maybe one class a month this next term. I'll turn in some squares.
It's a good idea.
That way, because I would like to have it as a blanket for my bed as planned. You know, because I'm not allowed to propose it as another newt or owl. And I'm not allowed to propose a newt this term.
No, you're not.
Because I have so many unfinished things. So luckily the detention owl is coming back, so I will get to propose a detention owl for all my unfinished things. But my sock blanket will not be in that because, no. I'm not allowed to knit sock yarn blankets for a big project like that again. It was a lot of work. So, and I'm still recovering. Okay, so that brings us to works in progress. Do you have any whips?
Yes. I did propose a newt, and I'm going to be making blankets.
But you like actually finished. Like out of the 4 I've attempted, I've not finished any of them.
Right.
So you've like finished most of yours.
Right. So this is a blanket for Chloe. These are the 5 colors. I'm planning on striping them. So it'll, let me hold it. It's gonna like repeat itself. So kind of like gradient fashion almost.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ish. So I'm doing one for Chloe and one for Leah. For the newt. I'm gonna work solely on this one first, finish it for the 50%. Plus, you know, the mittens for Trubin that are done, and then Leah wanted some fingerless mitts. So that's my newt. Kind of boring, but I figured after this last newt of being like, not that this won't be like intensive, but like the all lace sweater.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch shows or anything and like concentrate on it at the same time. So this is like a good TV knitting, you know, like pick up anytime.
Like way tons yardage.
Yeah.
Like easy yardage for this new.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm doing Transfiguration and Care of Magical Creatures. So the blankets are unicorn eggs because they're fun unicorny colors. And the 2 mittens are dragon eggs. And yeah. But basically it's the Granny Stripe blanket from Attic 24 on Ravelry. And basically it's just like a recipe type of dealie. And it's so hard on blankets. Like a lot of people, especially with crochet, don't have yardage requirements. So I bought more, I hope, than what I need. But Knit Picks was having an awesome sale. So,
well, even if they have the yardage requirements and you research it, 10 to 1, it's wrong. Because I'm saying that because with the sock yarn blanket, I researched it and I thought with my newt I would be halfway done with all the research I did, and that's a total lie. I may be like a third of the way done.
Yeah.
Or even a fourth.
Yeah.
Like, you saw, it looked like just a really extra wide.
Yeah, it was like about, you know.
Yeah, well, it was like an extra 2 rows up
Oh, okay.
by the time I was ready to not
Wait.
submit it.
uh,
But I mean, like, so like I took all that factors in, and I let research. Like, I spent like a good couple of days like going through people's projects and seeing how much yardage they needed, and I did all the math, and it still was like,
yeah.
I with just blankets, it's really hard to estimate.
That's why for my newt, I was kind of vague-ish. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna meet the yardage requirements for the Transfiguration newt times the 1.5 multiplier because my other subject doesn't really require yardage. So, like, I think I need 3,600 for crochet.
yeah,
Um, so I'm at least gonna do that, but I was very vague. I said I want it to cover a twin size bed, like, and then I said 60-ish by 90-ish inches is what I'm going for. Um, so, and I did a little swatch just to see, and I kind of did it right. So I think it's gonna be a little longer than 60 inches, more like 70 maybe. But
but that's because you want it to hang down over
yeah.
or wrap up in it.
Um, and I thought like if it was short, I was gonna put a border on it, but I didn't say that in my newt because I want the freedom to finish it how I want to.
Yeah, but you might not need it.
Right, which I hope I don't, but I was just thinking, like, if I am short, because I was like, I did math and multiplied it to see what to cast on, because it doesn't really say, like, it gives you for 21 stitches. Um, so I cast on, like, 219 or whatever. But I really like, it's super easy. It's double crochets, like, in 3 little sets, little clusters or whatever, so it's easy, and I like it. Um,
That's cool.
yeah. I think that's all. I
I
have.
have progress.
What?
I am currently making some fingerless mittens for Dawn because she could ask me to. I have the first one done. I have to sew in the ends, so it's mostly done. And she wanted fingerless mittens.
They're very cute. I like them.
It's the fallberry pattern from Knitty, and this yarn is some hand dyed that I made. I call it Tonks's hair because it's purple, magenta, brown, and teal.
I like.
So, but so it's self striping, and I made it, and she wanted it longer. And then when I had her measure it, she said she wanted it like 5.5 inches is where her fingers. But this is actually like 6, so I think my hand's a little bit longer than hers. She wanted it up so, you know, it stays warmer and she can like tuck her fingers in.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm like working on that. So I finished the first one and I've started on the second one. And it's a really simple pattern to memorize and to do. I think it's taking me so long because it's sock yarn and on size 1 needles. So
Not size 2s.
but you know, but it's working really good. Like I only had to adjust the pattern a little bit. Um, I just did math and cast on more. So yeah, but that's and then my sister-in-law saw one and she was like, "If Santa wants to bring me some," I was like, "I don't know." But then I was at the store yesterday and I found some yarn. Like it's this like um, the store's called Ollie's, and it's like they buy closeout stuff and they sell it to you for really cheap. So I found this a polyester um, blend yarn um, from like Bolivia or some different place for 89 cents.
Wow.
I'm like, you can't beat it, and it wasn't like gross. It was like nice and soft yarn, so I grabbed it and I cast on last night, just plain. I think I'm debating, because I just started, I'm debating if I'm gonna do my twisty cable one or just make it a plain ribbed. But those are I'm using like size 7 or 8, and they're upstairs, so when I'm upstairs I can knit them.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm knitting right now.
That's cool though.
I have been plotting with my leftover, because remember last time I showed you my staff swap and I got those fingerless mitts, and she sent the extra ball of yarn.
Yeah.
I'm plotting knitting like a slouchy hat to match, so I can wear a slouchy hat with fingerless mittens to match. Because right now I have mittens, I have like the green mittens, and then I have these like, I bought these like stretchy gloves that have the finger touchies for cell phones for like $3, but those are pink. And then I have a red scarf, and I don't have a hat, so I mean, I'm sure I have a hat, but I don't have one in my jacket.
Yeah.
So I thought if I have one that matches, maybe I could go with like a theme here, you know? But
Yeah.
whatever. But that I'm kind of waiting till the 1st because I should get points for that.
Yeah.
So yeah. But that's all I'm working on. So, any spinning?
Yeah, I finished up the Alchemy Fibers yarn.
That is so pretty.
I couldn't tell you how much yardage it is because I didn't look it up before we podcast. And I haven't even set the twist. Like, I finished it the last day of the month and like was done. But yeah, no, it's pretty.
That is super pretty. I love those colors.
It's a 2-ply. I fractal spun it. I think it's in the 500 yard range.
I think it is too, because I remember you told me it, and I was like super mad because I never get that much yardage.
I'm sorry. It's merino.
I wasn't too mad. I mean, I got over it.
Yeah, it's very green.
I love it. I love those colors.
But yeah, that's it. You spin anything? You finished stuff for Quidditch, right? I don't know if we talked about that.
A long time ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I finished that Wensleydale that I'm going to use as a core for core spinning.
Okay, maybe we did talk about that. I don't know. It's been so long I can't remember.
I bought some fiber.
I did too, but that comes later.
Right. Okay, so now we have weaving or sewing.
Nope.
Do you have it there? I have sewing. I did a bunch of sewing. My off month tends to be a lot of sewing, even though I sewed a lot last term because of the show I had.
Yeah.
I had some Christmas fabric that I've had forever, and I keep meaning to sew it for Christmas, so I finally sewed it.
Yeah.
And I did an update and everything. But I sewed them because I made some Christmas gift card holders for the Fat Fiber sampler box. And so I just made some more Christmas stuff while I was working with the Christmas fabric.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. So yeah. Oh, and I started sewing some Weasley sister fabric finally.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, sewing-wise. Oh, and I forgot, yesterday I went to Goodwill, and I got 2 men's dress shirts.
Okay.
One is totally awesome in green checked, like bright green. And the other one's like a blues and purples and like a reddish maroon color. I'm going to copy what your friend did for the apron. So I bought 2 because I figure I'll practice on the green one and see if I can get it right. And then do a really nice one for my friend who, she bakes a lot. She like bakes cakes and stuff. So I thought I would make her one for Christmas because she's always like having us over and cooking food for us and stuff, you know, so.
Yeah. No,
apron.
I like mine a lot.
And it's totally cute, so I made Jessica take pictures of it. It's like an apron, and then it has ruffles at the bottom. It's super cute, so I have to, like, copy it, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so any gym? No.
No.
Me either. I've been super bad about it, but whatever. Isn't that horrible? Like, we did that
It is.
huge challenge. Like, we almost need another challenge, but I don't have time to like organize it. So if someone wants to organize it, send me a note because I will totally let you.
I kind
But
of have an
I did
excuse for
finally
not
send
doing it.
out prizes.
Hmm?
I did finally send out my prizes.
Yay.
You'll have to let me know when you get it.
I will.
So, okay. So now we're on to randomness, where this is the portion of our show where we talk about random things.
Randomly.
So,
Sorry.
okay. So we are doing a Weasley Sister photo of the day. Weasley Sister podcast photo of the day. Hashtag TWSPPAD on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
Yes.
I missed 2 days. I have to catch up with them. I just have been a little busy. And then today is day 12, so we were doing stitches. So I took a really close picture of the fingerless mitts I'm knitting. And it's really cool, and I'm trying to like go through every day or two and click on the tag,
Yeah.
and go through and comment on everyone's, or at least favorite everyone's.
Yeah.
Because I'm really liking it.
I'm excited that so many people are playing along. It's very cool.
Me too. It's totally awesome. So, if you want to join, you don't have to catch up. You can just join. There's still a good amount of time because we're going all the way through the end of December.
Boom.
So, I got my Slytherin swap, and I want to talk about it, even though half of it is not in the box anymore. So, I had told my person, I liked potions, and she had wrapped everything and had some really cute stuff, and like half of the stuff is gone because some of it was food. Like there was like peanut butter chocolate fudge, and my person was bee animated, and I just want to say thank you very much because I love it. So when I first opened it, look what it was on the top. Gnomes.
That's awesome.
I love gnomes. And these are like super cute gnomes. I love them. So then I unwrapped it, and she had like different labels for stuff. And she sent me some Nerd Girl, Who's Your Doctor fiber.
That's awesome. I think I have that one.
Yeah, stringy but tasty all the same. But it's like greens and purples. Beautiful. I can't wait to spin it. And then she sent me this totally cool, she called it a portable cauldron. And inside it said it had warming potion. And she said you could use it as like a yarn bowl. So it like opens up and I could use it as a yarn bowl, which I think is totally awesome because it does look like a cauldron. And I'm just that nerdy that I would totally use it. Awesome, right? I mean, I think it's probably for like a candle or something, but I don't care. So she had that, and then inside she had warming potion. So look at what she made me. It's this beautiful shawl.
That's really pretty.
It is, and it's like super soft. I'm gonna wear it right now. It's a little cold. Like it's like set 14 degrees outside. Probably colder because that was this morning when the sun was up. So it's like super beautiful and green and my favorite color ever. And then she also had sent labeled dragon scales. She had sent all of these. I'm gonna like find the things, and they were buttons. So there's actually 4 of these ones.
That's cool.
And then there was these 4. So like backing buttons and then the top ones. I really like these ones. They say love.
Oh, cute.
I need to redo my nails, don't mind. And then she had packaged up and she said, for good luck on your potions exam, I stole some of Snape's buttons. And then they're like black buttons, which I thought was totally cute.
That's funny.
And so she's like, don't get caught. I think there was other stuff in there, but I've like unpacked. There's pictures on Flickr of them. I'll link to in the show notes. But I was like, I loved. It was awesome package. It was so awesome. I love swaps with the house cup. Like I've done swaps with other things, and I've always gotten burned.
Yeah.
But with the house cup one, always awesome.
Swaps are fun.
Yeah. And I got then like right after that, I got my spin-off. It's like the one of the magazines I like to get, and it's all about spinning, obviously. But then since I didn't, because you know how they have in the question thread, they're like, oh, if you want the Harry Potter knits, let me know, blah, blah, blah. And everyone was like, oh, I have it. And I was like, I don't have it. I would like it. So I was at Joann's, because there's no yarn store within a half an hour drive. Like, you have to drive like over an hour to get to the closest yarn store for us, or at least an hour. And with the weather the way it's been, I'm not driving over the mountain.
Right.
I would, but it's not very safe. So I bought the Harry Potter knits. Have you seen this?
Well, I mean, I've seen the patterns, but not in person.
It's awesome. So they have like articles in here, like very cool. I haven't read them yet because how I look at magazines, I flip through them, look through all the pictures real quick, and then I flip through them again slower and look through to see which patterns I would actually knit. And then I go through it again and read it. And I haven't gone through it the third time yet because I've just been a little busy.
Yeah.
But I found my next mashup sweater in here. I'm going to spin, I think, for it, a mashup, and knit. I just have to find it. Well, and then I found like a ton of things. I want to do the Mudblood sweater.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it so it's not. Okay, do you see it?
Yeah.
It's like just your basic sweater with pockets. And then there's these really cool, like these are the things that I know for sure that I'm going to make. These sort of Gryffindor mitts.
Very cool.
They are cool. Like it's hard to see because like the glare, but they're like a lace panel, and then there's buttons on the arm, and then of course there's Ginny's sweater.
Yeah.
The one on the front, and then in here as I was looking, there's like a sweater for Tonks, but it's like a double sweater. Like you knit the top, and it's like a lace shell, or the front. The top is like a lace shell.
Okay.
And then you take it off, and it's this totally awesome, it's hard to see, cable sweater. And I'm like, I like the underneath part. Let me see if I can find the other pictures of it. Okay. Because I wasn't really thrilled with the over lace part.
Yeah.
But this sweater is beautiful. Like, okay, here's a better picture.
It's hard to see, but
Okay, I can't do it. Never
it's
mind.
okay.
Well, if you get it, go and look. It's called, what's it called? Tonks Togs. And then there's also like this really cool Lestrange cloak. And now the only beef I have with this magazine is some of the photos are really dark. Like they have for like Snape's sweater, which I like that one too. Look at that. It's a black background with a black sweater. How are you supposed to see it? Like you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
But not really. So that's kind of annoying. But they have this Lestrange cloak, and I'll try to show it to you. It's like a cloak. It's like a lace cloak. And I have that lace that I spun. I was going to see if it was the right yardage. I don't think it's like made out of lace. I'm trying to find the pattern and see where it says what page. 128. And see see, here's another one. Like, it's like, I think I like it because it goes so long. Like, it goes down to her, like, shorts level, almost.
That's cool.
Which would totally suck to knit because it would take forever. But it looks really cool. It uses... It doesn't tell me what kind of... It uses 1.5, so it's probably lace yarn. But there's also in this section, because they have it...
Needle size 1.5s?
Yeah.
A sweater?
Yeah, that would... I'm not allowed to do that one either, am I?
No.
But they have this really cool, the Malfoy Manor wrapper, which is totally cute. I think. And I'm like, I need to start wearing dresses so I can wear a wrap like that. Because it's super cute. It's just, there's so, like, almost everything in this I want to knit.
That's cool.
Like, I want to find...
You don't always get that with, like, magazines or books.
And you don't always get that with interweave. No offense, interweave, but sometimes your patterns suck. like seriously. Oh, and then there's the Hermione's Time Turner wrap mitts are super awesome. So, yeah. But the first thing I'm going to knit is the Mudblood sweater. Oh, and then there's this lace. I mean, it's just, get the magazine if you don't have it already because it's awesome.
Okay.
I'll stop.
No.
Oh, I got some bats. I broke my yarn diet.
Oops.
Because, this is what I told my husband. I ordered it before he ordered this, but I don't think he watches this podcast. He ordered on Cyber Monday. GameStop was having a sale, so he bought the game. What games are those?
The War of...
Gears of War.
Yeah.
3 games for like $12. So I had bought these bats because for Christmas, I make a wish list because I like to be surprised, but I like to get stuff that I want and not gift cards.
Right.
So I make a wish list. And on Etsy, you can make wish lists. So I made a wish list. So I always search for fiber clubs. And I found one, and I was like, they're a fat fiber person. And I was like, I've never actually bought from them. I'm going to try their bats and see what I like. So it's Luthvarian Fiber Arts.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. I'll try to hold it still so you can get the website. It's on Etsy. Now, the fiber I got was Taste the Rainbow. And I got 2 bats. So it's a layered bat. So it has like white underneath.
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually spun a layered bat like that before.
I have.
Will you just like spin it like normal? Or
yeah, you split it, lengthwise
like,
strips.
It has white underneath.
It'll just be kind of like white in with the color. It'll like tone it down a little bit.
Okay, that's fine because,
Yeah.
So,
but that's really pretty.
Yeah, and it's one of her, fine.
Bats.
Not fine, but
smooth
bats. And it's got merino, cordale, and bamboo in it. And each of these bats are 2 ounces.
Okay.
So it was just awesome. And then I had to get them because they were rainbow colored and I like rainbows. And she could have said, oh, it's a unicorn bat. And I probably would have bought it too because I like unicorns and rainbows, which is so cliche, but whatever. So yeah. But it is like a rainbow and it's so soft. They're so soft. I can't wait to spin them. Like, I almost spun them, but I didn't. But her processing, like, I opened this one and closed it a couple of times now, and it still is really smooth.
Very cool.
So, and it's really soft, like the fiber is really soft, and I can't wait to spin it. I haven't spun it yet, but I'm very pleased with the way it looks. And then she sends them like tied up, all nice and pretty, which I can't do.
Right.
So, I would definitely recommend her. So
cool.
But that's it, I think.
I also did some shopping. Knit Picks was having their like week-long sale,
I
Black
stayed
Friday.
away.
What?
I stayed away.
Well, I wanted to do the blankets for the kids, so I got enough to make 4 blankets. I bought Brava, which I'm pretty pleased with as far as acrylic goes. That's what I'm making this out of.
Is it like super soft?
Yeah. Have you felt the I love this yarn?
Yeah.
It's not as plied. Like I think that stuff is really twisty. This is pretty twisty, but it's soft. Okay, so it's not super twisty, but I mean, as much as the
Yeah.
but it's nice and it's springy and it's a nice acrylic.
Is it kind of like Vanna's Choice, or is it more?
No, that's more plasticky, and I don't like Vanna's Choice at all. Sorry.
I like it to an extent, but not very much.
I made the Weasley sweaters for the kids out of that, and that stuff. I mean, it was okay working with it, but then, like, when you wash it,
it's weird. It gets all weird.
Crunchy, like, before you dry it, and it freaks me out.
Celery. Well, and that's what I used to make Madison's Tomton, and it's now a robe. Remember? It was like a sweater, and then now it's like down to her knees.
Bringing the trench coats back. Anyways, okay. So I was bad, or not bad. I asked Joe, and I said, because I had been wanting to make them blankets for a while now.
They were on sale for pretty good.
It was $1.49 for most of the colors. I think there was like 2 or 3 colors that I paid like $2 for a ball. But I got this giant box.
That's so awesome.
I'm sorry about the crinkling. Hold on. I should have got one of each color. Okay, so this is Leah. It's more purple, and there's some pink, and then there's like
That's what you started already, Leah's?
No, I started Chloe's.
Okay.
They're very similar, but Leah has more. She has like a dark purple and a light purple. They have the same like raspberry and pink color, and then Leah just has a green, whereas Chloe's are more aqua and blue, and like a teal. So that's Leah's. This is the Chloe one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is
a little bit dark.
Let's throw that down there. Gabe's, he requested blue, red, and black. But I threw in, like, it's showing up a little, it's more denim color. Okay. And then I threw in a gray, and then there's blue, black, and red.
Cool.
But I got 3 balls of each color. It's like 200 and some odd yards per ball. Sorry. And then Trubin, I was mortified because I asked him, I'm like, what colors do you want? Thinking he'd want green and, I don't know, blue or, but he wanted green and red. And I'm like, I am not making a big old Christmas blanket for you, kid. But, so I got 3 different greens.
Oh, I like those colors.
And then a dark red, so it's not exactly like Gabe's. And then this is like paprika. It's more like a burnt orangey color. So it's sort of Christmassy, but it's got greens and he'll like it.
I'm with just greens. If you make them anyone else.
I know, but he said red, so like I had to. So that's a lot of yarn.
You're not making it one for you and Joe.
No. Well, like, 4's not enough.
Much yarn anyway.
I know. There'll be another sale another day. But really, okay, so like I was gonna use I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby. And that's like, with the coupon, like when you get the 40% off or whatever, I think it comes to, I think it's $2.51. Or maybe it's like 3 something. I forget how much it is, but like I forget. I don't know. But I did the math and it was cheaper to get it all now. So I was like, and plus like I wasn't going to go 20 times through the line to get the discount on every single skein. You know what I mean? Like, so this way, you get it all at once. It's all on sale. And I have it. Okay. So then Cyber Monday happened. And
shopping on Monday too?
What?
You went shopping on Cyber Monday too?
Yes. I posted on Instagram.
I know. I saw that, but I thought it was funny.
I went to Unwind Yarn Company. I follow her on Instagram.
I don't think I do.
And she posted that there was going to be an update in the morning, and this is Sunday night, and I'm like, oh man. So I got a few braids of fiber. This one is merino and silk. It's called Aurora Borealis. This one I got with Joe or Gabe in mind. It's like blue and grays and like kind of heathery.
That's cool.
Sorry for the crinkling. And it's just merino. And then I got a sock kit. Where it's 4 ounces of a color and then 2 ounces of like a coordinating color for like heels. So the coordinating color is the brown. Sorry, it's so crinkly. This one's open, I can take it out. So the coordinating color is the brown. And that's the other one. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's like browns and a little bit of rust and like crazy fluorescent green. And I like it. I thought they'd make fun socks.
What's the name of that one? Because that one looks to me like...
Wheaton MC. Oh, Wheaton for the main color.
Cool.
And Braun. Maybe it just says brown. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm trying to search it up.
Shut up. It's like loopy writing. I didn't go by names. I just got it from the color.
Well, sometimes it's like...
But that's it. And then she sent along a lavender thing,
that's cool.
which I love. I think she does it if you get 3 things or more. And I think that's why I got the 3rd thing. For the lavender. Because I love it. And then... No, I didn't just order this. I ordered this back in October from Paradise Fiber.
Your Paradise Fiber stuff.
Okay, so I emailed them. That was the last thing I said on the podcast. That I was going to email them, or I did email them. And they're like, oh, do you want us to send out your order without the back order? And I was like, yes, please. It's been a month.
No kidding.
So, actually, the one that was on back order just came today. Pink. The other ones came earlier.
But still, like, hello.
I know.
If it's going to take longer than a week, you should just send it. That's my...
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. So, this is my mom's birthday fiber.
Birthday.
It's 16 ounces of super soft, superwash merino. That I will dye and spin for her. I'm thinking it's going to be my order mission. To spin
The dyeing and spinning part?
What?
The dyeing and spinning?
Yeah. I mean, then she gets to knit with it. Like, I'm just giving her yarn. And then I got some other colors. And just so I can make some fun Rolex. So this is like a purple eggplant, rather.
I feel like...
And this is just teal.
I like that color, too.
And this is pumpkin.
I really don't like that color.
I like it. And just a black.
That's cool.
Because I like black and I was using it a lot and I have that alpaca. But like I was using a lot of it. So like I don't want to use all my alpaca up. So I figure I can like, I don't know, mix and match. But I have a lot of other fiber that I can use too. But I wanted some solid like base colors to like help out the Rolex. Let me look at my thing here because I don't even know what we have to talk about. You guys came up for Thanksgiving. That was
Yes,
fun.
it was a lot of fun. Too short, if you ask me.
It was. The kids were
I
kind
was
of
always depressed coming home, and then when I got back, I had my Slytherin swap package,
Oh, that's
so
nice.
it was like super nice to get
That
it.
worked out.
It was perfect timing because I was super depressed coming back, anyways.
Yeah. I had. Oh, we got a cat. She was meowing at the door. I was gonna let her in earlier, but I don't hear
Tallulah.
Tallulah. She's really cute. Um, she's like not really small. I mean, she's a kitten, but she's like 7 months ish. I don't know. I'd have to talk to Trevor. Um, we got her from our brother, and his girlfriend, and like she lived in the basement for the first week.
Is she
Um,
upstairs? I saw the pictures.
but now she's been upstairs.
And Draco's totally fine with her.
Oh, he like has always just been like wagging his tail and like totally like he just wanted to smell her, and she was afraid the first. He's huge, so I would um assume she would be afraid. But like I brought her up for like daily therapy sessions. Like
Yeah.
when we first got her, I just like hold her and I would pet her and like let him come and smell her. And then I guess when I was gone, because I did the ladies brunch, my Google Drive isn't working on my phone. I let her, or I guess she just came up because she likes to be around people and like,
Well, she came up when we were there, but Abby is so spastic and was like, "Friend!" And that's seriously what she probably, and she like runs over to try and play and scares the crap out of him.
yeah. So Draco's a little more chill now, and he just lays there, and she's come up to him and like smelled him and stuff, but she kind of just walks around, and she's cute. I like her. She likes to sit on my lap while I knit.
Like, that's all Bella's been talking
But
about.
sometimes she plays with my yarn, and I'm like, no. So I keep the yarn room door shut, and then like whenever I'm done knitting, I like shove things in bags and like tie them up.
Yeah.
So I had the ladies brunch.
How did that go?
All right. That's partially why we didn't podcast last week.
Yeah.
Katie and I prepped for like a week straight, and we pulled really long hours, like 10 to 12 hour days. And it's fun, but it's a lot of work. Joe took off, like he had a vacation week, and like we didn't get to do anything, so that kind of sucked, and I was gone. But we got everything done. Stupid me, like, picked the worst dessert to do for 500 people. I made ganache and piped it into little cupcake wrappers.
Yeah.
And Katie doesn't pipe, which is fine. But all day Wednesday, I piped over 500 things. My hand the next day was seriously twice the size.
Oh, I bet.
And it was so stiff, and I could like barely move it. And I was like, if I can't knit or spin or crochet, I'm suing the church. Which I really wouldn't. But, because I'm volunteering.
Right.
But I was like, oh my goodness. So then we had like a light day the next day. We just had to make bread dough for like 500 people. But it was like half a day and not like a full. We had like other things to do. But then the next day we made these stuffed rolls where I make that artisan bread dough, like the basic recipe. And then like after I made it the first day and used it the second. But like you flatten it all out, and then we put caramelized onions and some zucchini that we roasted in some salt and pepper and oil, and a bunch of cheese.
And if you're hungry, we are sorry.
And sorry, but then I roll it up kind of like you do cinnamon rolls, and then you slice it and put them down on a sheet pan and let them rise, and then you bake them. So it's like a savory roll, like a cinnamon bun. But those turned out really awesome. But that day was long too because I'm the bread person, And Katie helped with some stuff, but like when it came to the rolling of it, I did it. But she was awesome and did like dishes and everything else that had to be done. Okay, where am I? No, but it went over well, and like everyone got fed and they all liked it, and we made ham and potato soup and white bean soup, and that was good. And then because we had like all these ham bones, we made some ham stock, and then we made split pea soup, which I'd never made before, but it was really good. Just for ourselves to eat, like during the week.
Was it green?
Yeah, it was like a really gross brown-green color when it was done, because we added like potatoes and carrots into it too. And it was pretty much, it almost, like we didn't puree it, but it was like a pureed consistency, just a thick, with a few pieces of ham in there from the bones. It was good. Cool. I kind of want to make it again. So yeah, the rolls, the ganache. Oh, and we did these cardamom carrots, which is just like matchstick carrots that you blanch and then you toss with melted butter and brown sugar and cardamom. They were really good too. But it was a crazy busy week. I'm glad it's over and we're not doing it again. We handed in our resignation. Yeah, I just can't do it anymore. Like my feet hurt for so long, and my hand is still like, I have to take it easy on the crocheting and the knitting and stuff. Like it's still sore. I don't know if it's bigger or not, but this one,
no, it looks
a little bit. It's stiff, but I've been I made Katie, she has wrist issues, but I took her brace and I slept with it at night, because like I sleep on my hand, but like if you mess with your hand, it hurts more in the morning. Like I wake up and it's all stiff and not happy. So I slept with it last night on, and it felt better a bit today, so that was good. Did I talk about going to see Catching Fire?
No, but I went and saw it too. We went together, but you went before.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So that I couldn't remember if we podcasted after that or not. But that was good and fun.
And all the hand knits in that movie. If you haven't seen the movie, turn us off. Okay. Okay. So I want to make like half of her sweaters.
Yes.
And like she had a cowl, like a different cowl, like every scene. It was awesome. Like, she had so many hand knits, it wasn't even funny.
It was pretty cool. I really like the woven one that was woven. It was like woven fabric, but then like cut and then woven again. Yeah. And I was thinking you could weave a piece of whatever and then like slightly felt it and like cut strips and like reweave those. I think that's what they did. That's what I was checking out the second time around. But it was a really good movie. And they stayed pretty true to the books for the most part.
They didn't explain some of the stuff that, like if you didn't read the books, you probably should go read them, because there was stuff in there that you wouldn't really understand.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, it was really good.
Mhm. I think I'm done. I was just gonna say the Instagram photo a day thing. I already said, but it's fun. Yeah. I had to play catch up for a few days of the brunch that I missed out on, and like some of mine were very unoriginal that first week because I was in the kitchen all day long. But if we continue this, maybe we can or should. I will not be as lame. I promise. No, we got a tree. Joe had off on Tuesday, and so I said, okay, let's get a tree on Tuesday after the kids get out of school. Well, it's been really cold here, like 7 degrees out with a wind chill, and makes it feel like -15.
Yeah.
Like that's where we're at. Like the kids have not gone outside for recess at school because it's so cold. They keep them in, which is nice. But like I was like, let's go, and we go and pick out and cut down a tree. So like I made them wear their snow pants and everything, and I had their scarves like covered all around here, so like all you could see is like their eyes. It's funny. It was the fastest we ever picked out a tree. Like the guy's like, well, if you don't want to walk far, these right here are blah blah blah. So we're like, okay. So we like walked over there, and Gabe's like, what about this one? I'm like, no. He's like, what about this one? No. I was like, oh, how about this one? Okay. And like seriously cut down the third tree we found. Oh, that's great. I haven't gotten it up yet. It's still outside because
That's
we couldn't
hilarious.
find the tree stand. But
I think I saw it when we were there. It's on top of something.
oh, it's like up. It was up in the garage. Mom and
Yeah.
Dad told me where it was today. Um, so it's down. I just have to put the tree up
We
tomorrow.
have our tree up, but ours is fake.
I see.
But I have Scentsy that smells like pine trees, so I turned it on and it smells like, it really does smell like a tree. And I don't have to worry about watering it or anything like that.
No, that's cool. I
But we
could
have
see in
some.
a few years doing that. I don't know. I like cutting down trees, but I always forget to water them and then they die. I mean, they're gonna die anyways, but I don't know. And they
So,
poke you like mad. I'm the one that puts the lights on because I'm a little picky.
anal.
Yes, I go around the stem of it with white lights completely all the way. And then around like the middle with white lights, and then around the very outside I do the color lights. So it lights up from within and it's beautiful. And you will see that on day blah 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 of the Weasley sisters Instagram picture day when we have a tree.
Well, and I feel bad because I had changed some stuff around and I had inspiration and mojo right after each other. Dumb. Dumb.
Uh, that's alright. We came up with that one kind of on the fly. So maybe if we do it again, we can be a little more creative.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, no, but I'm having fun with it. It's cool. I like seeing everyone else doing it too. Um, I lost my hook. Oh, it's right here. Sorry.
Okay, so now we're just rambling. So
Yes.
we're going to let you go. And
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see you next week.
Oh, to podcast. I'm like, where will we see that? I'm sorry. I'm still getting back to normal. Like, I just started laundry today. I'm like easing back into normal life.
Okay. So we will see you next week for our podcast. We'll probably skip the week after because it'll be Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we'll podcast again and it'll be New Year's. So we'll see how it goes. Because it'll be start of term, so we'll be doing a
Planning podcast.
planning podcast. So until next week, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.